It's just Andres, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, 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 it's what I don't know. I usually accept most ways people pronounce it because it's just like kind of a odd um name. Not really, but I don't know. But
What's
yeah,
the different
that's
pronunciations?
the other ones. I don't know, there's so many. Just like
Andreas,
um
Andreas.
yeah, yeah, that's like the usual name that people the usual way people say it. But yeah, I don't know.
Or
I'm just
Andrizzle.
yeah, yeah, I know. I like putting
Okay.
that for everything, like I think on my Twitter and stuff. But yeah,
Is that your favorite? Is do you,
um,
would you prefer me to call you Andrizzle?
um, I don't care.
I don't care.
Yeah.
Are you the kind of guy that has a lot of nicknames?
Um, Not really. I mean, like most people just call me by my name, but like the only person that's ever called me by nicknames was like my uncle, and he had like nicknames for like all his nephews and nieces. So like he used to call me Panda because of some cartoon that was out, Andy Panda, when I was like a baby. So so like my cousins would call me that for a while growing up. But I haven't really had any other nicknames other than that, like recently.
Okay.
Um, yeah.
Yeah, for sure, man. Growing up, I weirdly enough had a lot of nicknames. And they're just like random stuff. I don't know why people are giving me nicknames.
Just
Um,
like random ones. Like,
I mean, like one of them in junior high, my friend called me Topher, and I'm
oh,
like,
that's
"Where did Topher come from?" And he's just like, "I don't know, like sounds good." I'm like, "Okay," and he just called me Topher. And
oh,
then, did you say something?
oh no, I mean, I kind of do that too. Like, I'll just like with my friends, I'll give out nicknames. Like, oh my God, like I'm really just like constantly like evolving their nicknames and just
Evolving.
rolling out new ones. Like, I don't know, it's crazy. So that's kind of interesting hearing it from the other perspective, from the other side, from someone else being like, "You're throwing all these nicknames at me. I don't know what they mean half the time." So that's actually kind of funny.
So where yeah, you're the one that's dishing them out. Like, where are they coming from? Like, what? How? Why? What? Where?
But my imagination and just like things that they remind me of, um, or like I said, sometimes they kind of just evolve off each other. So like it's I'm trying to think of one I have my best friend. Her name's Nicole, so I shortened it to Cole, and then um I do a voice for her dog. Like it's just like a Scooby Doo voice because like it's like wherever we go places she takes her dog everywhere. So I just started doing her voice randomly, like like just agreeing and wanting snacks and stuff. So then I started saying it in her voice. So it evolved to roll. And then it just like, I don't know, it just got stupid as it went further and started like getting more and more.
So you're the
Like, I
one
don't know.
that's always come up with the nicknames.
Yeah, yeah, it's ridiculous. Sometimes they're not even related to anything. It's just like, I don't
Just feels right in the moment or something.
yeah, it's just
Yeah,
whatever I feel fits, I guess. Or doesn't.
yeah, for sure. So, in regards to what you're talking about before we started the interview thing, you're saying that you got restricted from Facebook, and for violating community guidelines or something like that. Could you like elaborate a little more on like what happened and why and all these things and how you feel about it?
Um, well, let's see. I think the last time they suspended me was because I just got COVID like a couple weeks ago, and I wanted to post a sarcastic post about that horse drug that people take. I forgot, I don't know how to pronounce it, but I posted, like, oh, like where's that at? or who's got that for me, and then like they flagged it, and I was like, oh wow, that's really lame. I don't know.
Oh,
I think overall it's like they flagged me over the most dumbest things, and it sucks because I don't know. I kind of just like to fool around, and I'll sometimes, well, most of the time I'll say things without even thinking about it, just to like get a reaction or like push on someone, like to see what people would say. Um, I don't know what else did you ask? What do I
no,
think?
like when you say you push on to someone else and to see what they say, what do you mean by that?
Just I don't know. Like I like getting reactions from people sometimes when I'm bored. Um, just I don't know. Just no point to it. I'm just like I'll just poke at you or say something that's like I think is funny to myself, and then like see what the person says. Um, I don't know. I can't really explain it. It's just really I can't find it. I mean, I don't know.
So you don't have any examples off the top of your head? Because I'm just kind of curious.
Um, um, like I don't know. Like if I know like if a friend doesn't like something or someone, then I'll mention the person's name, or like like, oh yeah, let's go check this out. Um, they might be there, and they're like, really? Like, why do you have to mention that? Like, like I don't know. I can't think of any good examples.
Well, that's all good.
Um,
Um, I'm actually really curious to I want to see your Facebook real quick. I kind of took a brief
okay.
look, but
Yeah, no, I was just looking at yours, and you're from Modesto.
yeah, man.
Yeah,
Modesto. Modesto,
yeah, I'm like,
Modesto, go Modesto. That was
I'm
like a
like,
high school chant or whatever. Yeah.
oh, was it?
Yeah. Why? Do you know Modesto? You've been here before?
Yeah, yeah, I've driven through there like a bunch of times. Uh, yeah, yeah.
Kind of
I'm just,
Cowtown-ish, agriculture a little bit. I mean,
yeah,
it's not.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's like the
Where
just
where do you live? Oh, Vacaville?
Vacaville. Yeah.
Up north,
hmm
like
It's
Napa.
kinda, yeah. It's right underneath Sacramento. Well, not right underneath, but a couple like 30 miles, 40 miles away.
Dude, if you were to live anywhere in the world, where would you live?
Oh God, I don't know.
Vacaville.
I don't know. I've always been like interested in living in the city. Like when I was maybe like five, if you asked me 5 years ago, I would have said that. But like now when I look at the city, like I don't know, like San Francisco or some place that has a lot of things going on, because like sometimes I get really bored and I just want to go and see what's going on in the world. But like I don't know, someplace busy. I guess I would still say the city and stuff. I
There's a lot of things
don't.
happening and different things you can
Yeah,
do.
yeah. And then you could just sometimes you just look out your window and then you don't even have to do anything. It's just I kind of just like observing and watching the world go by and stuff. Um, but yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, for sure, dude. No, okay, so checking out your profile. Oh man, let's see what you got here. So the first thing that is on your profile says shit poster.
Oh yeah.
All right,
Um,
that's
I
good.
post yeah, just a lot of memes and stuff, and just all like all of my thoughts and stuff. I guess just random
Um,
thoughts or um what's it called, like play on words and stuff.
you want to see how people like how they respond and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah, like yeah, I don't know. A lot of time it's just like I'm just putting just stuff out there without even like I'm like, oh,
Thinking.
this is funny. I like this. I'm gonna post this. Or like, I'll turn a phrase and it'll sound funny to me, and then I'll just like, okay, I need to share this. Um, yeah.
All right, so shit poster, irrationalist. Oh God. All right, we're showing some coins here already. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, I kind of did put the rationalist based on like just a reflection of myself, I guess. I'm just often just like, I'm like, yeah, what's the rational thing to do? I'm like, okay, I'll try and do that. But I don't always follow up.
Beer enthusiast.
Oh
So
yeah.
yeah, what kind of beer do
Um,
you
Craft beers, like I like a lot of the dark stuff, like the stouts and porters. I'm always just on the lookout, just trying to find new ones and a lot of all the varieties and stuff. The IPAs I like too sometimes, but they all kind of taste the same. But I don't know, like I'll like anytime I go out and for a beer run, I'll keep an eye out for new things, new different beers and stuff. Um, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, there's a beer I like. It's the orange one, orange something.
Is it like an orange creamsicle?
No, it's like
Uh,
a bird.
oh, Blue Moon or um, what's it called? I can't think of the name.
Yeah,
Is
dude,
it
I don't
a
know.
is it a wheat beer?
Oh, it's called Shock Top.
Mm, Chalk Top's
Yeah, I
good.
tried that. Have you tried that
Yeah,
one?
yeah, that one's really it's like really good in the summertime also because it's like really light and um doesn't really like it's a good light beer.
Yeah, man. I can't handle the hard stuff as much. I
Yeah,
mean, I can, but it's just like, eh.
yeah.
Um, there's there's one with like a board on it. It's called like Great White or something board or something.
Oh,
I don't know.
yeah. I haven't tried those ones in a
Okay.
while.
Yeah. And I'm a super lightweight. Like I have like two of them and I'm starting to feel real tipsy.
Oh
So
yeah, yeah. No, I could. I've got a pretty high tolerance,
Oh
but
yeah.
yeah.
I like Apple Crown. It's not beer, but it's you know what I mean. Have you tried Apple Crown before?
I've seen it before. It looks really good.
It
Or
is.
like all the apple flavored ones, like look like they're really like crisp and sweet, like an
Yeah,
apple.
knock you out real quick after a couple of those. Um,
Um,
all right, so it also says you're a hobby photographer. Do you have like an Instagram?
yeah, yeah. What is it? Um, my main account is currently suspended also.
No. Oh my God.
Um,
Jesus. What you
yeah,
doing?
it's been suspended since like September, I think, and I'm not sure how long it's gonna be suspended for, but I have like my backup one that I started going. Um, yeah, so I've just been on that account, but I haven't posted all my really good stuff. Well, I mean
So
some
how'd
of
you get
it,
that
but
suspended?
I have no idea. I can't remember what it was that I was trying to say or something, but I remember I kept on hitting like, post, 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 even though it says like you cannot post this or this goes against the guidelines. I was just like irritated with what the topic was about. Um, but yeah, I don't know, like rationalist.
Rationalist.
Yeah, it's just
Dude,
like,
yeah. When tech's not doing what you want it to do, like sometimes I just like smash my keyboard until it like starts working, which it doesn't usually. And then
yeah,
like the next gut reaction is to throw it against the wall or throw it out the window. But I never quite get to that point. I'm always like a half step behind that. Um, but it's like when it doesn't do what you want it to do, then you're just like, oh, you just want to throw it.
yeah, yeah. No, it was just more like I was just like trying to just get it through, but it wouldn't go. And
The
I
Facebook's
don't
like,
know.
F you, you're out here.
Yeah, 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 they,
Facebook doesn't like you too much. It's the AI, it's the bot. You're like, oh, this
yeah,
guy again. Oh. No, I'm
like
kidding.
use the proper keywords to get yourself in the situation. Basically, I guess. I don't know. Sucks.
Yeah, true. Yeah. Okay, so add me if you want to be cool. Oh, nice. Okay.
A little DI there. Oh my
um,
god.
okay, so okay, you posted this like a little more 7 days ago, 2 weeks ago. The vaccination will keep you safe and symptom free. COVID.
Oh, the
Um,
Terminator get meme.
yeah, I
Yeah,
can't really show it to everyone, but actually, I
yeah.
could. Actually, I could. Let me see. Share screen. Okay, let's share my screen. Okay,
Making sure
so
your screen.
yeah, so you
Oh
guys can
wow.
see it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, your vaccine will keep you safe and symptom-free COVID.
Oh god. It's actually embarrassing.
Embarrassing. Oh, why?
I just like when people show me like or they talk about my page.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah,
no,
going back to
it's
it.
fine though. Yeah, I just like I forget how I'm just like
Totally.
okay, yeah, and
Quinn,
that was
yeah. Love and 40 are related to Jay. Oh, I don't understand this.
it's just characters. They both have the same last name, and they're both like kind of like trust fund kids, I guess too.
Oh, okay.
Um, yeah, like I was watching. I think we were watching you, and then we jumped into Dexter after it was done. So I
Okay.
kind of saw some similarities in the names, and I was like, oh yeah, you know what? Like that's like one of the like what things I was talking about, like just the random thoughts that I put out there that like people were just like most people are just like, what are you talking about, dude? Or and some people will actually get it, but it's kind of hit or miss.
Yeah. No, totally, man. Makes sense. Yeah, I don't know any of these things.
Yeah, scroll that down.
Oh,
Yeah,
now,
I got kind of stoked when I saw that. I was like, Daniel Radcliffe and Weird Al Yankovic, and they're both like ENFPs too.
yeah, they're really close and tight.
Yeah,
Nice.
I was like, that's cool.
Yeah.
Kept that up, and then
Yeah, nice.
another ENFP.
Oh, yeah.
I think I don't know if he is.
Yeah. Huh.
Um,
Tell me you white with that. Tell me you white. What's this mean?
just like you know, like those memes that like I saw a meme I was seeing the memes where you know it's just like how do you say you're this without saying that you're this, and then it's just the person doing the thing. So I just decided to post that.
Dude, a
I
lot of
mean,
these are kind of like insider joke type things. Like outside of my realm. Like I'm like, what the hell is this? I could see
oh
how it'd be
god.
really good and really funny if like you were in that element. Like
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Yeah, I think a lot of my humor is kind of like that. Oh, I guess I never really thought of that.
I guess so turned on by variety and choices, only to be turned off immediately when I have to pick one. Oh man, we're getting other parts and stuff.
That
It's all over here.
yeah, no, that one was kind of obvious. I was just thinking about I was looking like shopping for something and I found a whole bunch of um like jackets that I liked, but I was like I can't buy all of them because you know they're expensive. So like which one do I want? And I couldn't choose, so I just didn't get it.
You to
I was
get
just like,
him.
yeah, like I was just like frustrated, and I was just like, okay, you know what? I'm not gonna get one at all then. I'm like, cool.
That's funny.
Yeah, I was just like, plus that, and I'm like, that's kind of obvious.
Yeah, yeah, that makes sense. All right, dude. So, one of the questions I like to ask during the interviews is like a scenario-based question, and while my camera is like fizzing out, I hate this, dude. It does it all the time, and this is where I feel super stuck because this works
Just
sometimes, but it doesn't work all the time.
yeah, I think it has to. Let's autofocus on.
Whatever. It's not gonna work. All right. Anyway, so scenario. Let's say both you and I are business partners, right? And we have unlimited resources, and we're looking to build a theme park, right, from scratch. You're the CEO. I'm the COO. What's the plan? How do we go about it? What do we do? What do you think?
Oh God, I have no idea.
No. Oh man, that's not good. We gotta make the theme
Um,
park, man. Yeah.
I don't know. I guess we come up with a theme first, like what the park's gonna be about and how it's gonna, um, what kind of people we want to attract and stuff, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea.
Okay,
I have
okay.
no idea.
So figure out the theme, and then we're trying to figure out what kind of people we want to attract. So let's say that, okay, first off, how do we figure out the theme? Like, what do you think is like one of the better ways to kind of figure out, okay, what theme are we gonna do if we want this to be most successful possible?
Um, I guess like based like on wherever we're making it, like in the city or whatever city it's gonna be made in, like we make it relatable to the area. So like let's say if we're making it in Napa, then it'll be like a wine theme, obviously.
Yeah, yeah.
Um and like um yeah, like I think in my city they actually had uh like the Nut Tree little theme park, and it just had like little trains that would carry like nut tree like nuts and stuff around, I guess. Um,
That's cool.
but I guess yeah, just we could theme it off of what's around to make it relatable to the area.
Okay, so to like backtrack for go like before that is like, okay, what's the best place to build a theme park? Like, where are we gonna do it? How we figure that out?
Um, population.
Population size?
Yeah, I guess like whatever area has like like most traffic that goes near it, to make it draw more attention towards it and
So
stuff.
most opportunity for like gain the most attention, the most amount of people that see it that are part of it.
Yeah, yeah. Um, yeah, because sometimes that's like the most easiest advertising is just having it be easily, like seen. Like if you're driving down the highway and you look over, like you see like the theme park, and then it's like, oh, I would like to go there someday. And then, yeah,
What we
I
could
don't know.
do is have, as a part of the experience to maybe get to the theme park, we have like jets people can get on or something. So like the location could be in the center of the United States or something, and have jets go to it or some crazy thing like that. Um,
Um, yeah, that would be kind of cool.
that'd be
But
kind of off the wall.
that would probably be more expensive though.
We have unlimited resources, so
Oh
we
yeah,
just
that's
take
right. That's
the hit.
right.
We take the hit as far as the cost, and we just like give it free for everyone.
Okay, so to put it in like Ohio or something or
Um,
Kansas.
yeah, I think that logistically, maybe because that would be an extra variable, an extra thing that would maybe make things more complicated, and maybe we could start off things and keep things a little more simplistic. So we
Yeah.
can, yeah, focus on kind of what you're talking about first, and then we could take to the next level with like the add-ons that we want to add like later or something.
Yeah.
If we have multiple locations, we get to start with one.
Yeah. Yeah. True. True. Yeah. I have no idea.
So
I never.
if you were to choose and pick a theme, then what would that be?
Um. I don't know. um. I have no idea.
Okay.
I,
You don't like theme parks?
yeah. Yeah. I do. It's just like I can't really pick one theme. Like after I just got done saying pick a theme for it. Like, what about like a different theme for each ride? But that's like what all of them are, I guess. So I don't know. Um,
Yeah.
I
we
don't
could do
know.
a new theme for each ride or whatever. Um,
Are there even rides that are like that? Because I kind of noticed they are all kind of like superhero themed. Like you have Superman and a Batman themed ride. I've seen um like they all kind of seem to be superhero based.
well, that's
At
like a
least one.
Universal Studios though, right? Like you go to Six Flags or Disney. I don't think they're as like superhero based.
Six Flags has a Batman one, I think,
Oh, they
and a
do.
Joker one. Yeah, yeah. Last time I went on both of them. But yeah, I don't know. Themes.
So
Can make
how
like
how do you make some of those rides better than what they are, like the Six Flags ones?
um you add more to them. I don't know. I was just thinking how cool it would be to have like a jungle roller coaster and just have like vines and stuff, like when you roll in and roll out of the entrance, and just like it'll just be twisty and turny, and it'll be kind of cool.
Maybe monkeys, howler monkeys
Yeah,
right in your face. No, I'm kidding.
yeah, yeah. Just I don't know,
You go through
something
a
that
cave. That'd be cool.
yeah, yeah. That'd be cool. I don't
And
know.
like, what else? What else? I need more ideas. Running out.
Um,
We have a jungle theme, and we're going through a cave, and
um, then there's
there's
like a little area that you go through where there are monkeys just hanging, and you go past that, and then there's like a whole other area where it's just like flowers and stuff or whatever. And then what else? What else do jungles
so,
have?
so flowers, monkeys in a cave or something, or they're hanging maybe outside the cave. I'm kind of trying to like figure out what you're seeing, what you're feeling, like
Oh gosh.
like
I'm
dinosaurs. No, but going through different eras and time. No, just a forest.
mm,
There's gold in the cave, gold mine or something.
that'd be kind of
The
cool. Yeah, like a miner, like a gold miner thing.
yeah.
Um, yeah, you can do that too.
All right, that sounds good. We got a ride on our theme park, and we're gonna figure out the location and figure out all the rest of it. So we got a good start. Um, okay, so this is another question outside of that, but like if we were to say work and create like a startup, it could be anything. What kind of startup would you create if you had, say, unlimited resources?
Um, I've recently just like taken a liking to a lot of like leather stuff. Just like I don't know, it started out with like boots, and then jackets obviously, and then like bracelets. Like I got this. It's just a simple bracelet that you just
Oh
wrap
yeah,
and
I
stuff.
got those kind of things.
And I just I don't know, like I've kind of become obsessed with like leather stuff. So like I don't know, recently I ordered like a bunch of um things, just like a mouse pad, um, a little valet tray where you drop your keys in when you come home and stuff. Um, so probably something along the lines of that, I guess, like leather goods. That'd be kind of cool.
Okay. So I've been taking a liking for leather type things, and do you think that creating a startup around that, or like just different items that are made out of leather and something like that?
Yeah, yeah, just like I don't know, just like um that would be something cool. Yeah, like maybe bags and stuff or wallets. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, for sure, dude. So what would be one of your like best strategies for growing a business like this? Like, what do you think if you were to like pick a high leverage point type of thing?
To make it grow.
Yeah.
Um, I guess like a lot of um social media um advertising. Um,
Well, on Facebook again, and they'll be like
yeah,
banning your
yeah,
account and
but
crap.
yeah, but just don't leave me in charge of that.
I get someone else to
Um,
do it. Yeah.
yeah, I can't. I won't be allowed to post for the on behalf of the company for obvious reasons.
Dude,
Um,
Facebook has a pain. Yeah, I've gotten kicked off, banned, like just left and right. It's and because they have a really sensitive AI, I guess, that just kind
yeah,
of it has false triggers, and literally when they kick you off, you can like appeal the decision, but a lot of times they don't even like look at it, and they're just like, oh, sorry, you lost everything. Oh, I gotta rebuild it on another account.
yeah,
Ugh,
it's so sterile.
it's horrible.
Yeah, it's not fun at all. I just get like,
No.
um,
And
sorry.
that's why having someone else to do it, that's they handle that. I don't want to do it.
Yeah, someone who has a little bit more FE.
That helps, definitely.
Yeah.
Um, all right, dude. So yeah. So here's another kind of wonky situation. You could take this in any way that you want. So let's say that you're walking into a house and you kind of just walk in, and what do you see? You get to create the story, the scenario around this entire situation.
Um, I don't know. I walk in and I just see furniture and um maybe like their pets, family photos or posters if they're single, I guess. Um, I don't know. Just like couches and tables. The place can either be like a mess or just really tidy. I'm trying to think like I know like my roommate that I have now, he kind of just had stuff just like cluttered everywhere. And then I have my best friend who her house is just like neat, like super neat. Um, so I guess I don't know. It could be any um type of messiness or not messy. Um, yeah, I don't know. I just walk in, I just see furniture and um pictures on the walls and stuff.
Okay. So if there was something that was way out of the ordinary in this house, what would that be?
Um, hmm. I was gonna say a piano, like a old piano, but that's kind of usual. Like, I don't know, maybe it's getting phased out by like technology and stuff, but like you really don't see a lot of those. But maybe like an unusual um piece of art, like something that the person likes, but it's like when you see it, you're like, what is this? I guess. Um, yeah.
Do you have any art pieces that you're kind of attracted to or anything that any thoughts on that?
Um, I kind of like um um I don't know. It's just like it depends on what the piece of art like attracts out of me. Like if it's abstract, sometimes it just looks really cool, or if it's looks extremely real, then that's awesome also. But I don't know. It's kind of just like what the piece evokes out of me, I guess. Um, yeah.
Yeah, no, it makes sense, dude. So I want to shift topics for a second and kind of dig into because you said that you shared certain things like on social media and then you get your account banned and all these different things. What are some of kind of like, do you have anything that you're strongly opinionated on that's kind of a little more controversial, like something like politics or religion or something like that?
Um, I'm kind of like open to like everything, like the whole anti-vax thing and pro-vax. Like I see both sides of it. So like um I don't really get too triggered by that. Um I don't know, I guess probably religion.
Religion you get triggered by sometimes?
I just get kind of annoyed by it, I guess. Like I follow like I have a whole bunch of friends who are like Christian and they're just always posting like just verses and I'm just like I would just scroll right past it. But I mean, I don't know. I don't ever want to start anything, but like I'm just like, okay, cool. Like I don't know. It's just
Yeah.
like
So
sometimes it
so
just floods my what's it called sometimes and I'm just like, wow,
your
okay.
news feed?
I'm gonna go. Yeah. Um but I don't know. I don't think I really have any strong opinions on anything really, except sunrooms, I guess. My friend pointed out because I don't know. I had this friend who had a sunroom and it was just really just bad. Like it just smelled like cat pee and um like every time someone thought of brought up the word sunroom, I would just think of that and I'm just like, okay. I'm like, it's that sounds bad. That kind of stuff. But I don't know. Other than that, I'm like, okay, like, well, I'm not gonna argue about anything. Like, I'll just read and just um, see what they say. But I don't know. I don't.
So what's the last like argument that have you had a really big heated argument in the past couple of years?
Um, not. I don't know. Just on personal things, I guess. Um, like I get in fights with like my friends a lot, I guess, because it's just like I don't know. I don't know what it is. It's um um
Like fights about like what? Like specific like things or
um yeah, just like I don't know, like if they said something mean to me or like I feel like I'm being bossed around or something, that kind of stuff. Or like trying to think of an example. Um yeah, I don't know. It's sorry.
do you have any like with your housemate as far as like I don't know, any arguments or confrontations?
Um Not really. I mean, we both kind of just do our own thing. Like he's usually just working on his thing and like I'm just in my room also just, like we stay out of each other's way and stuff.
Okay.
Um but yeah, I don't know. I've never really had the urge to argue with him. So I think it's really just like um I don't know. I can't explain it.
No, it's all good, man. It's all good. So in reference to let's say, let me think. So yeah, let's talk about like a situation that I have in a sense, right? Let's just build out like a hypothetical, and let's say that in this situation or this scenario, my girlfriend like isn't cleaning up after herself like in the kitchen and stuff like when we eat, and it's starting to really bother me. I let her know that hey, like can you clean up after yourself, and she says no, I don't want to. Um, what kind of advice would you give me as far as like resolving a conflict like this?
Um, I don't know. I'm really bad at that because um I would just maybe say try just asking nicely. I don't know.
Oh,
Like
like
I'm
asking nicely.
yeah, like just asking her just straight up, even though I'm kind of really bad at that kind of thing myself. So like um I'm really bad at giving advice for those kind of things. But
Wait.
I don't know.
So are you bad also in bringing up those kinds of things, like in a situation like that? Like if you're bothered by something from someone?
Yeah, yeah,
So, oh, go ahead.
I'm terrible. I'm terrible at it.
So, but why do you think, like, yeah, why do you think you are?
Mm, I don't because I don't think. It's it's like so like okay, so here's a better example. So I have like this coworker that like she just like irritates the hell out of me, and she'll like do things like she won't like break down boxes when she throws them outside. So like I'm always having to do it, which I don't know, like it bugs me, but I'm just like it only takes like 5 seconds, whatever. And she's always just like chatting with people like every time I turn the corner, she's right there just having conversation, just talking and bullshitting all the time. And like I don't know, like I can rationalize like why I feel that way, but I just can't control the feeling. But like I don't know, even when I was like cool with her and stuff, like it's just still like in the back of my head, just like I don't like you. It's really it's really stupid. Like I don't know, I can't turn that off at all.
In back of my like F you, but when you're
Yeah,
interacting, they're like you feel cool and stuff.
yeah,
It
no,
feels
it's
like she's disrespected you in some way or something.
um yeah, I mean, a few times she's called me like into a room and she's like she doesn't really speak English that good, so I guess I never really took that into consideration. Like she was like, "You do this," and I was like, I it rubbed me the wrong way, and I got really angry about it. And like I don't know, I didn't think about it till afterwards. I'm like, she probably didn't know how to say it, so she probably just said it like that, and like it came out really like bossy and like rough. But I don't know. It's just um like
You
what?
got a cat. Your cat
Yeah,
wants to come and play.
yeah. It's just meowing at me.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like it's like I don't know. It's like I can't turn it off. It's just always there with me, and like I have some days where I just don't even think about it, but it's still like 1 second later it'll just pop up, and I'm just like, I'm like, okay, just like go to the other room or work in that area later because she'll be in there. And just like I don't want to work near you.
So that inner voice thing is only you're only talking about in reference to her, or are you talking about like in general?
um, it's I don't know. It's just in general, just with like it's like my own like how I go throughout the day. It's not really like a voice. It's more like a thought that just kind of like a I don't know. I can't describe it. It's like a thought bubble kind of that's in my head, if that makes sense. Yeah,
What do
it's
you
just
mean by thought? What do you mean by thought bubble?
um I don't know. I can't really describe it. It's like um I'm stepping on my toes. Um, it's like a inner voice, but like not really a voice. Um, I don't know what it is. It's like not like it's like like when you're reading and then you can see the words and then it picks up in your head.
I think I think I know where you're going with this. I'm just waiting to hear you like what else you have to say around it.
Um, I don't know. Um, it it's like one of those things that are also like I can't turn it off. It's like an inner monologue, but not really a monologue. It's just like my thoughts are like kind of like threading through my head a little bit, but like at the same time, it's like also just kind of like everywhere, just like thinking about different things. Um, yeah, I don't know. I have no idea. That's like one of the most difficult things to describe. Like I'm just constantly just thinking about things, and if I let like a negative thought creeps in, um, then it's just like it just balloons and just gets really like bad. But yeah,
So are you basically implying that it kind of overtakes situations because it starts ballooning pretty quickly sometimes?
um, yeah, um, yeah. Like sometimes I'll just like um, it's kind of just like more like emotions, I guess. Like I get caught up in my emotions really easily, but like I can usually like maneuver through it and then afterwards just be like just sigh of relief once I get through it. But like I don't know, it's just sometimes some situations just get me like really nervous and um like not scared but just like I guess nervous, I guess. Um yeah, I don't know. Is it my thoughts and emotions like take over really easily because
And
they're just
so
constant.
but it's interesting as far as what you're talking about in regards to making you feel nervous. Like, are you nervous the fact that like as far as how you may react to these thoughts and emotions, or where's the nerves coming from? Where are the nerves coming from?
I guess it's just yeah, like I guess reacting on them and just trying to control them and like trying to also at the same time just keep my composure. Like a lot of the time, it's just like on the outside, I'm just like, quiet and just sitting there. And then, but like on the inside, it's just like, I'm like, okay, it's like, it's all going on. There's a lot going on inside. um, yeah.
Do do you think that there's like maybe something that you could say to say this coworker that would then make things a lot easier or better for your guys' situation or you in a sense?
I guess if I just told her, like all the little things she's doing that bugs me to stop. But I mean, I don't know. I don't feel like it's awkward for me, I guess.
Why
Like,
why is it awkward?
um, I don't know. It's just it's I don't know. It's just like I don't like telling people like what to do, I guess. Um, or like I'm just like I don't like being like, like, hey, this bugs me. Can you stop doing it? Like it's just really it's I don't know, it's difficult, I guess. It's hard to do.
What if you were to go to the situation or one of those situations, like the next time she triggers you at least just a little bit, it'd be like, maybe letting her know how that felt emotionally to you and it caused like some degree of stress. And without, because you're talking about like a resistance towards like maybe controlling the other person or maybe like bossing them in some way. But maybe if you just expressed your emotions to them, then it would be like they may come to that conclusion themselves as far as like how to maybe act differently if they actually care about you in a sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. That feels like a lot of work.
Oh
Like like that's kind of like I don't know. Like the last thing I want to do is probably that.
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
So as far as satisfactory or how you feel like in regards to this relational dynamic, right? And how has been over time. If you were to rate that on a scale like 0 to 10, what would you give that as far as like a rating?
How I feel about how the person makes me feel, or about the
Yeah,
situation
just
itself.
overall, like your guys' relational dynamic, your work dynamic, and working with that person. Um, what would that be?
Um, if I were to rate it, I don't know. Can you rephrase that?
Well,
Sorry.
it's no, it's more or less like because it sounds like that she causes you stress at times, right?
Mhm.
Based
Yeah.
on her behaviors. And so, I guess I'm trying to understand as far as how much you care about this kind of situation and making it like and changing it in a sense, or are you more or less like, hey, like it's actually okay, but is it okay, or you know what I mean?
Um, it actually is like okay most of the time. Like it's nothing major. It's just I think it's kind of just me just making a huge deal over nothing. Like I said, like about like a couple things like I can like it only takes like if she um like like I said like about the breaking down the boxes like that's like okay like well whatever it only takes like 5 seconds to do that so like that's not it's not the end of the world like it's not as big as it is like in my head like if I mention it then they'll be like oh like okay like it's not like a huge deal but I mean I guess it's bigger to me because I'm sensitive to it or
And maybe it's not just these things in isolation, right? It's like maybe an accumulation of several things that then makes it so one thing's tapped onto that, then it's like, oh man, like you feel this overwhelming sense of all of it, right?
yeah that actually makes sense it really is just like a collection of things just stacking on each other like like I mentioned her asking me to do something but like it coming out very aggressive or not aggressive but like just not nice I guess and then it's another thing happened another thing she's doing something and it's like irritation just stacks up.
And then in a sense, like she may be completely blind to actually how you really feel about it, right? Because it sounds like, as communication wise, she's seeing you in a certain light, maybe, but she's not really seeing, like you're saying, like this big mountainous emotional thing that's going on inside of you. And so if
Yeah,
you were to communicate some of that to her, and if she actually kind of cared a little bit, then maybe you guys could actually resolve it a little bit or make it a little better so it's more of a win-win rather than like a win-lose.
yeah, definitely. But like, I don't know. I kind of feel like it's just things that are just like blowing up in my head that I'm making a big deal over nothing, I guess. Just like being extremely irrational. And I'm just like I'm making like villainizing her for like nothing, I guess. Which
Yeah.
I kind of
Okay.
I'm sorry. Yeah, like I kind of noticed I kind of really do that with like a lot of people. Like um like a couple like my first girlfriend it kind of went like that too where but like way worse break up get back together but there's like resentment and then it's like never going to be the same as the first time when we met so like it's also like that same buildup of just like negative emotions and stuff
I
in a
think
sense.
these situations seem to be fairly complicated in a way because it's like you're talking about, okay, and taking responsibility, I guess, for your own emotions in those situations and sort of like working through that and trying to see it objectively a little more. And I think that in a sense that makes sense, but then also it's like, well, what can you do to influence the other person in a way so that maybe it's just easier for both of you guys in different ways. um, I like how you're taking like kind of the personal responsibility approach in a sense, but it's also like, it could just be less stressful for you overall if you are able to communicate your wants and needs to the other person that's well understood. Then it just makes it an easier living and working kind of situation for you, you know?
Yeah, yeah, I kind of like learned how to deal with it, or just like, like stop making big deals over what people are doing just because it bugs me. Like, doesn't mean it's affecting anyone else. Um, like, I don't know, like after learning about what double deciding is, like I'm like, ooh, I'm like that, is that what I'm not doing? Like I'm not thinking of the reason like why everyone else does stuff. Like I always feel like no, they're doing this just to piss me off, or they're just not even being rational. But then sometimes I'll stop and just be like, um, I'm like, they're probably just, like busy, or just didn't think about doing it, or um,
That's
they
true.
just, so like, I don't know, like I've been trying to do that more often, but like, like I still have my slip ups where I'm just like I overreact to the dumbest things, or I just don't express myself, and um like I just I don't know, act irrational.
Yeah.
Um
I think that's really cool to kind of see that piece as far as like doubles deciding and how you can kind of like blend the two and make it so that taking ownership of like what's going on in your brain in different ways. But I guess I'm kind of mentioning this or talking about it a little more is because I've had kind of this conflict with my mom in the past like month or so or whatever. It's been a little more a month now, and she was in my house and she was kind of like telling me to do something, or she put like a furniture piece on top of another furniture piece in the living room, and she's like, oh, you should like have it here or what, and basically she thought it looked good, and what do you think kind of thing. But she didn't even really ask me. She just kind of put it there and just said, hey, you guys should check it out and see how you like it here. And I was like, oh, I don't want it. Like, we already decided on that. And she kind of left it there, and she didn't check back in with me or my housemate. And she just kind of left and went in the other room and started doing other things. And so I think that in essence, like, relationships are like a two-way street in a sense. And there's always going to be like this disconnect in communication between people, And
yeah.
so in your case, like it's like in the moment, it's like, okay, these emotions are really stirring up, and maybe it's like letting that cycle go through, but then like maybe in like afterwards, after that's gone through a little bit, then like addressing it where it's like the emotions are
Yeah.
past a little bit, and then you can readdress it. But then at that point, then it's like, oh, well, it's not a big deal at all. Now it's like, you're kind of already moved on, but
Yeah.
handle it better now because you're a little more peace of mind, a little more cool headed.
Yeah, yeah, no, I've definitely going like doing that like is really, it helps out a lot. Um and I don't know, like sometimes it kind of feels like it feels like hell for like that small amount of time that you're going through it, because you're just like irritated, but it's like, okay, you know what, like you got to be rational, you got to just let this emotion pass, and um just address it afterwards, or just be like, hey, sorry, I got pissed off for a second, but I'm fine now. Um or I didn't like that. But I don't know, a lot of time I just kind of, I'll just try and sit through it. But yeah, that's a really good, um yeah. It's
It's tricky.
huh.
It's
Oh
tricky.
yeah, yeah, no, it really is tricky. It's difficult. Like I don't know, it's this is like also like a daily thing. I feel like, I don't know, something's always bugging me. I'm just like, I just don't want to be bothered. I can't be bothered, but I'm getting bothered. But I don't know, sometimes you just gotta roll with it, I guess. Like, I don't know, I just gotta tell myself that, and then like everything's okay. Like once I get past that hold, then I'm just like, okay, you know what? Just gonna go, I don't want to do this, but I'll just do it. Or my boss will ask me to um like ask me for a favor, and it's like, all right, it's gonna cut into my time, but I'll do it. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, I don't know.
The thing
I
that
guess
I
it's
think
just
you may be underestimating a little bit is how you can influence these other people to change their own actions and behaviors.
you think so?
Yeah,
Huh. I guess I never
definitely.
really. Yeah, I don't. I wouldn't know how to go about that. I don't know. Um, influencing other people.
Yeah.
I guess I don't know. You lead by example, right?
Yeah, that's part of the equation. But the other part of the equation is clear kind of communication as far as our wants and needs and those kinds of things. And then also potentially presenting a couple options or things as far as, what kind of behavioral change you would like to see, like another person. Those are all valid in the sense that you're trying to take care of yourself as best as possible, not just on your own, but with other people that you're interacting with in your life. It's like a collective
Yeah,
unit.
yeah. Yeah, I don't know. That's like hard when it comes to like other people and just trying to um like bring them into the occasion, I guess. Equation. Um, but I mean, it's like one of those things I really do need to work on, like other people, instead of just always focusing on myself.
The
Um,
thing is, though, is I think the things that we kind of fear in a sense, it's almost like putting your hand on the stove and it's like, oh my God, like, it's almost like real quick and you're wanting to just get quick results or something like that. But it's like it needs to be thought through. And I tell myself this all the time, like as far as the growth, a slow but slowly but surely 1% better every month or whatever. And just kind of going through that process of small incremental changes to confront the things that we're really scared of, that we have fear around, right?
yeah, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't even know. I wouldn't even know how to get started on like what's the smallest thing you can do just to bring up something to someone, I guess. I
Well,
mean,
what do you
I get
think?
what you're, huh?
What do you think? You don't know
I
how to
don't
get started on that, but what do you think?
I don't know. I wouldn't know where to get started on that, or what to do.
Well, what
But I
if,
mean,
so in a given situation, like a conflict, right? And this feeling sort of amplified in your body, that may be a bit intense and all those things, right? And
yeah,
so maybe, like we were talking about a little bit ago, maybe not sort of responding or reacting in that moment, letting it kind of pass a little bit, but then going back around to that person and having a conversation to them, maybe letting them know as far as how that their behavior made you feel in a certain way, and just
hmm,
that like, hey, it kind of caused this, and I have this thing that happened. It happens inside of me sometimes when some of this stuff happens. I'm trying to work on myself. I'm trying to do this, trying to do that, and just see what they say. You may not even have to like present different. You know what I mean? But it's like
yeah,
it's being
yeah,
open with the emotions that you're sort of experiencing, so that they understand a little better.
yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, that's like one way to go about it, but I feel like they probably just think I'm crazy.
Um, no, well, maybe not. Because I know, like for example, with my housemate yesterday, I kind of have a hard time sometimes, kind of telling him certain things if he forgot something, like turning off the lights. He did that a couple times the past couple days, and I
Yeah,
kind of tried to let him know through text that, hey, like you forgot to turn off the lights. Like, could you try to remember next time or something like that? But it's kind of weird because it feels like, hey, like bossing him or kind of like you know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
And
Like that's the part I don't like
it's true, dude.
doing.
I didn't know how to exactly say it in a way that would be well received. And then he texted back to me. He's like, "Hey, you're not my mom," or something like that. Like kind of jokingly, but kind of like that was kind of uncomfortable a little bit.
Yeah,
Um, and then, but then afterwards, like, oh, I'm sorry. I just don't know exactly how to say this. And what do you think? What would work better for you? in a sense. And so it's this
Yeah.
constant, like, literally being invested not only in your own wants and needs, but also the wants and needs of the other person. So it's like a whole, I think, paradigm shift in psychology where you're
Yeah.
invested in the win-win, and that's the gold standard. And it's like, how do we work together to make this happen?
Yeah. I kind of get what I mean, I totally understand what you're saying. Um, I don't know. I guess I can work on just trying to reach out to people when it happens.
And just
Um,
having, like, an open, honest conversation around it and, like, just being like, "Yeah, I'm not sure. Like, I don't know. I'm experiencing this, like, can you help me out?"
yeah.
You know what I mean? That feels vulnerable, that feels a little bit like, "Oh, you can step back," but that it helps the other person help out the overall because you're working together as a unit. I don't know how to explain it fully, but it's like that.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's actually pretty, that's clear and it makes sense. Like, especially in like a work environment, like you want to be able to cooperate with everyone and not be all rogue, which is what I usually kind of tend to do. Like I'm just like like taking little breaks everywhere here and there and just like not helping out that much. But
Well,
I
and
I
I think too, like when we're talking about conflict in those moments, I think that it was for some of us, it's harder to address that conflict when things feel heated, like in our body, you know? And with
yeah.
other people, it's a little easier to work through those conflicts as they come up. So I think that self-awareness piece is really important to be like, "Hey, I just need a breather. Like, I'm trying to weather this storm right in this moment, and then I can get back to it and then address it a little better," you know?
Yeah, yeah. No, that definitely also helps too, is just to like stop yourself and go and catch your breath and then come back to it once you've composed. Um, yeah, I don't know. But I mean, sometimes it's really just hard and I just get stuck in that emotion for like, and I don't know. It's a hard thing to get out of at that moment. But yeah, like I don't know, sometimes it's just easy to just go outside for a second and then let it pass and get away from everything. Um,
But then the hard part, like we're talking about, is that once you do that, then it'd be like, "Oh, it's way less of an issue now because it's not that big thing, so now I don't even wanna, like, necessarily address it. I don't feel like I need to in a sense, you know? I already moved on."
no,
And it's like,
no,
"No, like, you gotta, like, kinda go back to it a little bit."
yeah, no, that's the other thing that I do a lot is like once I cooled off on it, like then I'm just like, okay, you know what, it's not a big deal anymore. And
Exactly.
it goes unresolved and comes
That's
back
the
up
tricky part.
later.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah,
real
no,
tricky part.
that sucks. But I don't know. Sometimes it's just easier. It's like, oh, you know, I'm fine. All right, so what do you want to do? Or, like what's next? Yeah, no, I hate doing that, but I have noticed that I do that like with everything, just unresolved issues. Um, yeah, it hell sucks.
But I think that's cool, dude, though, that, like, it's an awareness, right? It's awareness of that. It's like, "Hey, I'm motivated to kind of start chiseling away at it just a little bit, kind of be a little more attentive, a little more aware of that, and see where it goes."
Yeah, 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 no, it's like recently I've just became so aware of it and I know exactly when I'm doing it, but at the same time it's still like it's like okay, just don't get mad at this or that. But I still do it sometimes still, but I don't know. At least I kind of know I'm aware of it a lot more now these days than I was before. But yeah, um, it's like something to work on.
Yeah, dude. Well, sounds good. Alright, man. Well, are you good for one more question? Or are you
Sure.
okay.
Yeah, yeah, I'm
Alright.
good.
Alright. So because I like to have these around an hour. So, and we already asked you an hour before. So, um, last
Oh yeah.
question I have for you is basically like, what is the like, what advice would you give to your younger self if you had some like really helpful, life changing advice?
Um, I don't know. I guess it would be, I'm trying to think of what I was. Um, I don't know. I always see these questions like posted like online, and then every time I comment on it, like it'll be something different. But I guess it would just be like, like at the moment what I'm feeling right now is, like don't stop um learning, I guess. I don't know. Um, I don't know, just don't be scared of anything. And like I guess that kind of has to do with, like the whole people issue. Um, just do do the things that you love more. I don't know.
So do the
Um,
things you love more and don't be so scared, like some of the people issues and having fear or whatever.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I can't really pinpoint exactly what I would want to tell myself when I was younger. Um, yeah, just I don't know. Just yeah, I don't know, something along the lines of that.
So okay. All right, sounds good, dude. But yeah, thank you for the interview. I'm gonna go ahead and end the broadcast.